Susanna.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Hold high thy torch, dear lady. Thy fighting son, once again, heeds the call to duty, standing as a symbol of courage.
Cedric's right. He's talking to himself.
I'm wearing his old Navy uniform.
But why?
I'll tell you why. His brains have come unglued.
Maybe I'd better do some reconnoitering before he tries to dock the ship in Omaha.
Miss Pomeroy, just once, I would like to look out my porthole without having to rub noses with you.
Well, I just smelled mothballs and came in on the beam. Isn't that your Navy uniform, sir?
Yeah, it's only 15 years old. Look how it shrunk. Miss Pomeroy, I think you can prepare yourself for a shock. You're going to lose your old skipper.
The company fired you.
Oh, of course not. I have been hired, or rather rehired.
Captain Simon Huxley, formerly in command of the Hemingway. Stop. Urgent you contact Naval Headquarters, Washington.
Admiral Peckinpah.
They're calling you back after 15 years?
Yes, evidently. But I venture to say they have not forgotten my record. I sank 4 ships, you know.
The enemies?
Of course. I'm probably going to head up some new command, maybe a change of rank even. Admiral. Admiral Simon P. Huxley. Say, that has kind of a lilt to it, doesn't it? Admiral, yeah. Simon Huxley.
What did we write to Captain Simon Huxley for?
Was he the one that forgot to turn in a radar set at the end of the war?
No, but it wasn't easy. He always seemed to know exactly when we were coming.
Oh, here it is. S.P. Huxley. He's in luck. All he forgot to turn in was a typewriter.
Come in. Captain Simon Huxley reporting. Would you please tell Admiral Peckinpah that I'm here?
Oh, I don't think we need to bother the Admiral.
We can take care of that little matter right here, Pop.
Well, if the... Pop! You two had certainly better hope you don't come under my command.
Your command?
That's right. Straighten up that neckerchief.
Wait a minute.
And you, sir, you're out of uniform with that pencil.
Look, Pop, we don't want any trouble. All we want from you is that typewriter.
Typewriter? What typewriter?
The one you forgot to turn in at the end of the war.
Is that all the Admiral wanted to see me about? But that cable, contact at once.
You should have dropped us a card. Out of 30,000 ex-servicemen, you're the only one who's come here in person.
A typewriter. So that's all the Admiral wanted to see me about, a 15-year-old typewriter.
Well, either that or you owe us $37.50.
We'll throw in the ribbon.
When he comes back from Washington to pick up his things, we'll all be lined up here. And we can have a quartet sing, "For He's a Jolly Good Fellow If." For he's a jolly good fellow if we could find 4 people to agree on it.
You, Susanna, you, Jake. I found what you sent me for. The perfect present for the Admiral.
A build-it-yourself battleship?
No, it's a cannonball from the old frigate Constitution.
Oh.
Picked it up in an antique shop.
Let's see. He can always bore 3 holes in it and use it for a bowling ball. Remember, gang, we want to give him a real send-off. Keep repeating to yourselves, our loss is the Navy's gain. Yeah, but try not to look too happy when you're saying it. Oh, quick! Here he comes, outside. To our former skipper from a grateful crew. As you go onward and upward, lofty though your station may be, do not forget the little people.
Oh, well, I'm afraid now is the time for me to tell
We want you to have this, sir. I hope you don't mind my using your typewriter.
A typewriter? Oh, no.
Oh, and here's another little token of our esteem.
Whoa.
It's from Old Ironsides, our nation's very first naval vessel. Captain Huxley, officer and gentlemen, we salute you.
I'm not going.
Not going? They turned you down? Because you're too old?
No, certainly not. It was just that they called me in to... Well, as a matter of fact, the top brass decided that I could handle my special assignment here aboard the Ocean Queen better.
A Navy assignment aboard the Ocean Queen?
Yes, that's right, on the ship that I love so well. So, well, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and, well, carry on.
$29.75 for that blasted cannonball, and we're still stuck with him.
It makes me feel guilty for collecting that money from all of you. Find out anything about the captain's assignment? So far, I've drawn a blank. He avoids me like I was a tin can and he was a dog's tail. Well, there's one way to look at it. If he wanted you to know, he'd tell you. True. And if the Navy wanted you to know, they'd tell you. True. So it looks like nobody wants you to know. True again. That's why I've just got to find out.
Miss Pomeroy, are you following me?
How could I be following you if you came in there and I came in here?
How do I know how you do it?
Sir, if carrying the secret of your secret assignment is too much for you, I'll be happy to share the work with you.
Well, I suppose I might as well tell you. Operation Typewriter.
Operation which?
Operation Typewriter.
Typewriter?
Yes, it's a code name.
Code name.
The Navy found out about my little invention that will revolutionize space travel.
Revolutionize space travel.
That's right. And they felt that I would attract less attention if I completed my plans aboard ship. However, Miss Pomeroy, don't say a word to anyone. The future of our country is now in your hands.
Yes, sir.
Susanna, for the 27th and final time, what is the captain's secret assignment?
No, G, it kills me, but I can't tell you. National security and all that.
Well, I'm hardly the enemy. What's more important to you, Susanna? My friendship or the security of our country?
Good girl.
I know, but why?
Security department. Assigned to protect the captain.
Protect... Oh, you mean because of Operation Typewriter? Shh. Oh, sorry.
You don't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, I should think not. An invention that will revolutionize space travel? Wow.
I'll see you in Lisbon tomorrow. Oh, I left my cigarette case in the lounge. Would you mind? Weber, I've got to talk quick. Stumbled onto something worth a fortune. Now, you and Grieco meet me at the Vasco da Gama Hotel. Yes. Not going to town, Captain?
Oh, Mr. Ludlow. No, sir, I leave that to the tourists.
Thought you might care to join me. Sample a little of that wonderful port wine.
Well, thank you, but no, sir.
There are some splendid pictures in the museum.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm just not the museum type.
I have a couple of friends in town. They happen to be young ladies.
You know, Mr. Ludlow, you are a guest on this cruise, sir, so I refuse to allow you to go to town alone.
The plaza you are entering is a veritable beehive of activity. Why are plazas always beehives? Because that's where we tourists always get stung. In the center, observe the Vasco da Gama Hotel, reputed to be a hotbed of international intrigue. Soldiers of fortune who would slice your throat for a prize.
Don't be silly, Nugie. That's guidebook talk. Let's sit down. My feet have requested it.
Fine place to make our contact. It's like working under a microscope.
Stop worrying, Greco. You know who knows what he's doing.
Let's hope so. Suppose Mr. Big Brains doesn't want to hand over the information.
I hear funerals are cheap in Lisbon.
Shall we sit where he'll be sure to see us?
Good idea.
The book was right. Isn't it exciting? Exciting nothing. It's unbelievable. Incredible. And I can't wait to hear more.
Cognacs all around. This could be our most profitable deal since Singapore.
It's bigger than Singapore.
We play our cards right, we'll have the most saleable crimes we can possibly.
Our pigeon has arrived.
I hope we don't have to muss up his pretty uniform.
Captain, some of that good port wine.
I wonder who they're after.
Obrigado, gentlemen.
I can't see, but I'd hate to be in his shoes. It's Captain Huxley.
You suppose he'll have the plans on him?
When a man's working on an invention that's top secret, he isn't going to leave them aboard ship.
That's a very colorful setting. But where are the young ladies?
Patience, Captain. You'll get more than you bargained for. Oh, there's one of them now. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Excuse me, Captain.
I'll try to warn the captain. And if I don't come back, it's been nice knowing you. Oh, please be seated, gentlemen. That's it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our little floor show is about to begin. Do you know Lisbon, Antigua, key of F? Old Lisbon town, the magic of a starry night, reveal the thrill of your charms. I felt your arms hold me so tight. 'Twas heaven to find such bliss in each kiss. I gave my heart to the love we had found that night in Lisbon town. Sam Square to the Ipsha, you're in danger, Dave. If you don't leave now, you'll wind up with your ears in your pockets. No volverás, Lisboa antigua, señoría, a ser morada fedel a tu esplendor real. 'Twas heaven to find such bliss in each kiss. I gave my heart to the love we had found in Lisbon town with you. I haven't time to explain, but those two men over there...
Miss Pomeroy, will you please stop annoying me?
Oh,
I'm
here
expecting
you are, sir. Ah. There we go. Oh, clumsy of me. I'm terribly sorry.
Miss Pomeroy, we sail in 2 hours. I won't now have time to get back.
Good. Please, may I borrow a match? Now, may I have a cigarette?
Sorry, lady, we're in a hurry.
I got some X-54. What? The plans.
The crook. She must have stolen the plans.
Yeah.
Luigi, we're going to stall them until the ship leaves. We're going to stay here with those. Luigi, we're not doing this just for the captain. It's for the honor of our country.
Madame, your cigarette?
What? Oh. Won't you join us?
Delighted.
I thought you... we're glad you are.
Lovely day, isn't it?
It doesn't rain.
The rain would be good for the farmers.
Why? They'd only get wet. You know, for spies, you boys are pretty clumsy.
Spies?
How did you know we were spies?
Takes one to know one. Right, X-54? Right, Q-27?
Let's stall. How much do you want for what's in that purse?
Well, the bidding for this particular secret has been quite brisk. Slobovia has been begging for a 5-day option.
Slobovia?
I've never even heard of that country.
Oh, just show us what kind of spies you are.
How about $500?
600?
700. 3,450.
3,500?
Sold. Here.
It's only a bun. They tricked us.
they're gone.
The plan.
You've been outspied. Right now, the plans are on the Ocean Queen, and it's halfway out of the harbor.
So if you'll kindly step aside.
Oh, I'm sure you two are good sports. They're not good sports.
I am not sailing without those girls. Miss Pomeroy evidently was trying to warn me about something. Me, numbskull that I am. Well, don't just stand there nodding. I want some volunteers to go ashore on a dangerous mission.
Everyone's gone ashore, sir.
What about you?
Me? You know I'm a coward.
I said that I wanted volunteers. I did not specify what kind. Come along.
No good to keep holding out, Miss Pomeroy.
For the umpteenth zillionth time, we don't have the plans. We never did have the plans. And if this is what comes from having them, I'm glad we don't.
Greco, Weber, open up.
It sounds like Mr. Ludlow.
It is Mr. Ludlow.
And Mrs. Ludlow, I presume.
We're saved. Arrest these men. They're after the captain's secret.
You fools. I deliver you the captain and you wind up with these girls. We can't put these two back in circulation. What'll we do with them?
As I was saying, funerals are cheap in Lisbon.
And flowers are cheaper.
Now, this must be the room. Open that door.
Stand back, Captain. We're armed.
So are we. We have you outnumbered. Break down the door, men.
We'd better get out of here.
Draw your guns. They're looking for trouble they're gonna get. Break down the door, you three.
Yes, sir. Stand back. Captain, we'll ram the door open. Stand back.
Oh, they went out the window.
Oh, good. They ran right into the arms of the police. But what do they want with you?
Oh, we were trying to protect your secret Navy project from falling into the hands of the enemy.
You two sacrificed yourselves for my project?
We're sorry we only have 2 lives to give to our country.
Well, you certainly have the right spirit. More than I can say for myself. I am not working on any project, secret or otherwise.
You're not?
No. All the Navy wanted with me was to pay for a missing typewriter. I'm nothing but an old retread.
You are not, sir. Why, you're Farragut, Perry, and Remember the Maine all wrapped up in one. To us, your loyal crew, you'll always be real Navy. Through our last night on shore,